Time now for first things last. It's been a busy week for the New York Giants. The team fired Brian Daboll, lost Jackson Dart to a concussion, and announced that Jameis Winston will start instead of Russell Wilson. But the most significant news for the team was buried in the 6th paragraph of the press release on the Daboll announcement. Quote, Joe Schoen remains in his position as general manager and will lead the search for a new head coach. It was followed by a quote from team president John Mara. We feel Joe has assembled a good young nucleus of talent, and we look forward to its development. I'll get to the talent in a minute, but this is a mistake. And what's crazy is, this is now the second mistake in process for the Giants I've referenced during these monologues. This was me, back when I was young, tan, and handsome. All the way back in September, when the team inexplicably chose to start Russ over Dart. But now back to the present day. Keeping an unproven GM while firing a coach is almost always a mistake. And the Giants should know. They fired Pat Shurmur in 2019, yet kept general manager Dave Gettleman only for him to retire after 2 more losing seasons. And before that, in 2015, they fired Tom Coughlin, kept general manager Jerry Reese, only to fire him less than 2 years later. As to the good young nucleus of young talent, well, that largely depends on how you feel about Dart, but it's true. Abdul Carter, Malik Neighbors, and a few others are nice pieces. But is that impressive when Joe Schoen has had 4 picks in the top 7? His win percentage as general manager is 33%, and it's a widely held belief that the selection of Dart was driven by Daboll, not Schoen. There are only 32 jobs, and this is New York City, so there will be no shortage of candidates willing to take the gig. But the problem is going to be that in order to get the top candidate on the market, you're going to have to give Joe Schoen a contract extension. Without it, no coach who has options is going to sign up for a situation where the guy who's picking the players could be fired within a year. Schoen and Daboll were hired together, so this was year 4 for both of them. Before the season, John Mara said of his coach and general manager, quote, they're going to have to get better if we're going to move on to year 5. The Giants went 2-8 to start last year, and this year, they're 2-8. I have no idea how that leads to the coach getting fired and the GM inevitably getting a contract extension. But as the saying goes, if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it.